This week in Jamaica Now, Vybz Kartel trial winding down. Judge tells jurors they could be asked this week to deliver a verdict. Woman raped at St. Mary Infirmary, another beheaded in Kingston. The calls mount for greater protection of women. Man versus wild, how a St. Thomas fisherman overcame a crocodile attack. And the latest on the jet ski ban. The details of these and other stories coming up after the break.
Get the Gleaner Classifieds app for BlackBerry and be the first to know. Search by item or location, search entire listings, save results for reference later, and even call directly from the app. It's that easy. Download the Gleaner Classifieds app in February and get 1 month free.
I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. The 11-member jury hearing the Vybz Kartel murder trial could this week begin their deliberation on whether the entertainer and his 4 co-accused are guilty of the August 16, 2011 killing of Clive Lizard Williams. Presiding Judge Lennox Campbell had indicated to the jury that it was likely the case would be placed before them last week. But on Wednesday, he said it appeared that they would instead get the case this week. When the case resumes on Monday, defense attorney Michael Lorne will continue his address to the jury. Last week, Kartel's lawyer Tom Tavares Finson and prosecutor Jeremy Taylor made their addresses. There are no saints here, the prosecutor told the jurors, asking them to question Kartel's good character. The Crown is alleging that Clive Lizard Williams was killed over 2 missing guns. There was another call last week for the government to enact legislation to deal with acts of violence against women, children, and other vulnerable groups. It followed the beheading of Karen Rainford, a Mountain View St. Andrew mother of 6. The police believe Rainford's common-law husband killed her because she had ended their relationship. And days later, the nation learned that a 69-year-old resident of the St. Mary Infirmary was raped while in the care of the state. The opposition spokesman on local government, Desmond McKenzie, says the incident took place on February 9, but was only brought to the attention of the St. Mary Parish Council last Wednesday at a meeting of its Poor Relief Committee. There was an emotional appeal by residents of McIntyre Villa in East Kingston last week for an end to the violent tension gripping the community. On Valentine's Day, a man and a 17-month-old baby were shot dead at a party. That same evening, gunmen kicked off a woman's door and tried to exact revenge by killing her baby. The father intervened and was shot and injured. As the mother tried to escape, she too was shot and injured. The residents say the crime problem in McIntyre Villa is the result of the lack of viable economic alternatives.
Yeah, my brethren would love to get up every morning and know we have a 9 to 5 or a 8 to 5 job where we can set with budget offer and set with life, that we can know what we want and look for my soldier and him say we want a shoes, we can budget it.
You see, we want our kids to wake up in the morning and not to worry about where the next meal come from. You understand? And we want to know, so well, boy, we have to all hustling in the morning and go over Miss Matty yard for tea for our buckle them for go buy some.
Yeah, because survival with them on that them want.
You understand?
So we end up dead.
We want to know, so just like how the people them uptown wake up and them can go into them kitchen and fry an egg and give them kids and them go to school and them come home, and when them come home them can enjoy themselves. And them things that we work for too, you know.
An elderly St. Thomas fisherman is now nursing wounds he received in a crocodile attack in Yallas last week. 64-year-old Roy Williams had just finished fishing at the mouth of the Yallas River when he went to wash his hands. Williams says as he approached the river, a crocodile grabbed his right hand and pulled him under the water. The elderly man says he struggled with the reptile before it resurfaced with him. It was at that time that Williams pulled a knife from a bag on his back and stabbed the croc in its eye. The reptile immediately released Williams. He was taken to a private medical facility for treatment. Tourism stakeholders have welcomed new measures to regulate jet ski operations in Jamaica. The Tourism Minister, Dr. Wickham McNeil, has announced the extension of a ban on the importation of the watercraft for private and commercial use for a further 6 months. Dr. McNeil has also announced an immediate suspension on the operation of all watercraft to allow for their registration by the Maritime Authority of Jamaica. The changes follow last month's incident in which an American tourist died from injuries he received after being hit by a jet ski while swimming. The Association of Insect Entrepreneurs says it's willing to find the money needed to complete the Commission of Inquiry into the financial sector adjustment company FinSec. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips has faced renewed pressure from members of the opposition for the government to make available to the Commission more money to complete its work. However, Dr. Phillips says the government will not spend a penny more than the $111 million already spent. The inquiry was established in June 2009 to sit for 6 months to look into the operations of FinSAC and the circumstances that led to the collapse of several financial institutions in the 1990s. The Commission's report has been outstanding since 2011. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune into Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and as we go, more on when the stresses boil over in East Kingston.
Many times me can't find lunch money for my youth them, and me have something.
Alright. Because you come out sometime, come sit down and nothing to sell.
Nothing to sell.
Nothing there for buy. Nothing there for sell.
You understand?
Them man are working, man, and if him push out today, he can't go tomorrow or next day. Where it makes sense? If he work 2 days today and he don't work for the next 2 weeks, when he can buy with that? So he end up back in the same place when there.
Frustration and stress.
So when the youth them say, yo, look what go and start. We can't make no money on them ready. You know what start think now? One night devil go get up and say, yo, I don't know this stretch that too long in the dark. Up for the money I was down in the hole. You know. But we start to know. And I that them want. So when them see a firm and stand up and hold on upon them, so them don't like that. That's why them pressure weed so much and free coke. When you have smoke coke insane. When you have burn weed, you control the vein. Them no have nothing with you. That's why them lock it up and free up rum and them things, because them things dissolve the mind. I want to for you. Them going to sleep on earth, they never know the half of what we are doing.
We want people to know too, you know, even though you might see we on card.
Don't take me to you, see me some piece, I'm going to have the skill, I have the skill too, you know.
We want the same thing for our kids too, you know.